These guys are personal friends of mine. They said nobody else could bring them on but me. They're gonna rock you into hell. Guns N' Roses!
Hey guys, welcome to episode 94 of Mark Goes to the Movies. Getting closer to 100. I promised 100 by the end of this weekend. Now, whether or not that gets released by the end of the weekend, I might not dump them all out. I might save them because it's a busy week coming up. It's payday week, so that's how that works. And God, I gotta work with Buck. Buck's got to do an episode this week. There's the Jerry Jersky Sports. He's got to launch his episode, so got a lot of work with a lot of people. Uh, so I don't know when these are to come out, but not running out of topics yet. I'm watching Facebook, a lot of Facebook reels in between this. Also, I want to apologize for the last one. I don't know if that one that's going to come out. The microphone abruptly died on this one, so I got a new microphone, raw fresh. Still haven't made all the setup for the new podcast room. I think the I got vinyl wrap for the desk. Don't spray paint your desk. It's not good. It's not. That was not the best idea. But I did get vinyl wrap. I hope it works out so much better. Tonight's episode, though, today's episode, this afternoon's episode, whenever it releases, it's gonna be about the greatest band in the world, and that is Guns N' Roses. Yeah, I've told a couple stories about these guys. Um, God, I would like to put them all in this episode though, because I think uh, Guns N' Roses. I love Blink 182, love Alkaline Trio, Hootie and the Blowfish, Billy Joel, all amazing artists, all just absolutely great. But if I had to pick one concert left, I had one concert to go to for the rest of my life, it would 100% be Guns N' Roses. They are the most talented. Every single one of them is just, they're so good. Axl's voice, you're talking about, you can say what you want about his voice now. I think it's great. I'm not going to argue with you though. But 1993, the Use Your Illusion tour in Tokyo, Japan, that Volume 1 and Volume 2 VHS DVD set, whatever you got, that's the greatest concert ever put on by anybody, as far as I'm concerned. That's the best DVD concert, best VHS concert I've ever seen in my life. It's the best. They're so good. It's ridiculous how good it is. It's really unfair. Axl's voice when they, I really wish the Guns N' Roses, was it the spaghetti incident? The spaghetti incident was supposed to be way different than what it actually was. It was supposed to be a lot of the covers they did for what they're doing for the shows, like "Only Women Bleed," "Sail Away, Sweet Sister." All those they were supposed to be a completely different show, but that's the one that that's the VHS tape I grew up with. It was must have seen it. I must have seen it 1,000 times, and it's two of them, so you're not ever gonna get tired of it. But it's the greatest concert as far as I'm concerned. Now, my favorite I told many Guns N' Roses stories of seeing them in person, and that was my whole goal in life was to see those guys. But God, it starts off with Night Train, like with the whole locomotive song and everything of the whole locomotive whistle, and it goes into Mr. Brownstone, which again amazing song. Live and Let Die, not my favorite, I would say. But it's pretty good live. It's so easy. They're going. Bad Obsession is like one of my favorite songs. I've never heard live. Seen them 3 times. I'm gonna see them 4 times in August. This is my fourth time in August, and God, I can't wait. It's so easy. Another great. Yeah, another we doing with that one. I actually just watched a Facebook reel on the discussion of that where Izzy wrote some of the songs about an ex girlfriend about hey, uh, you're an easy person. Attitudes, the Misfits song. You know what's crazy is that I listened to that song my entire life. I got into Misfits late in my life, way too late, anyways. But like, yeah, I was like, love the Misfits now. But like, I heard this song a million times, and you find out, oh, it's a Misfits song. What the hell, dude? Pretty tied up is good. I like what is that? It's like a Middle Eastern instrument in the beginning of that song. Everyone knows "Welcome to the Jungle." "Don't Cry" is really good. "Double Talk and Jive," love that song as well. "Civil War" is really good. Like Wild Horses is the one Rolling Stone song that I actually really enjoy. It's my favorite Rolling Stone song. I didn't know they did it until I heard it from Guns N' Roses. That is actually that's what Gilby Clarke chose to play. I'm not 100% certain what Izzy played when he did his showcase. Like, every band member gets their own little showcase to show off what they can do. And Wild Horses is one of my favorite songs. I love it so much. And then Patience. Uh, I guess I'll tell the story again since we're doing the episode. But Patience is one that it means a lot to me, quite a bit. This is after my mom died, and so we're getting ready for a funeral. I'm left out a lot of details. They don't put me in with the stuff. Uh, it's all like hey, just show up, right? But it's like it's my mom. I can help. Let me put my input in some of this. But it's like no, no, don't worry about it. We got it. And then you find out, they're spending all the money from life insurance. They don't want you involved in it. That's why. But they were like, you could the family, what songs you want to hear while you're doing the wake, where you look at the body. And I wrote down my list, and it was some Ozzy songs, the Goodbye to Romance, uh, Mama I'm Coming Home, stuff like that, and everything is like nope. I think one was Pearl Jam. Yeah, you got like there's a song called Just Breathe from Pearl Jam. It's really good. I really enjoy it. It's funny because you don't realize once I turned 30, I was like, Pearl Jam's pretty good. I like those songs. So weird. I didn't like them before I turned 30, but now that I turned 30 and a little older, Pearl Jam's pretty good. So that was one of the songs I was put on there, and he's like, Pearl Jam? No, you can't put this on there. Fucking, I don't forget what stupid songs they picked. But the one song that I got to pick was Patience from Guns N' Roses. My mom loved Guns N' Roses. So weird that my stepdad had a problem with it. Like he was jealous of Axl Rose. Like Axl Rose would come to wherever we lived and try to steal my mother away. He's like, Angie, leave this piece of shit and come on tour with us and take your son Mark. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? I'm gonna do a whole episode of that asshole. But the dude was fucking, he's an idiot, right? He's like, I don't understand why people like him, and it's because he's has an amazing voice and he's fucking cool, dude. Like, what? He doesn't wreck cars. He doesn't drive up alleys, or was it? He doesn't drive up levees and flip cars. That's probably why they like Axl Rose. I don't know. Could be me. Probably doesn't get drunk and hurl insults at his 10-year-old stepson. Oh shit. But anyways, yeah. So that was the one. That was the one I got to pick was Patience, and it reminds me it was a really tough time. It's so weird how like no one was like we should probably check on Mark to see how he's doing because I was not doing okay at all. It wasn't something like I'm not gonna like whenever Scott hears this, I don't know if he could, if he knew, but like I was not doing well at all. I wasn't gonna tell my friends. I wasn't gonna bring anybody else down with me. But I was doing terribly, like really, really bad. And every time that song comes on the radio, I feel like it's my mom speaking to me. So it's a very important song to me. One of the one of the best things was that happened to me is in St. Louis. This is the Dumb America concert. When they come back to St. Louis, this is the same year my mom passed. And growing up when you watch that Tokyo concert, when he does Patience, he walks to the right, or I guess the left. If you're in the concert floor, if you're in the pit section, he goes to the left and he walks there and he walks all the way to the end of the stage, and then he walks, back on there. And 'cause I've seen that concert so many times, and like I didn't have front row. What happened was is that me and Scott got tickets, and Scott got Slash's side, and he got the VIP side, so he went to Slash's side, and I got Duff's side. But I didn't know that there wasn't a cutoff in the middle. I thought there was a cutoff in the middle, so I couldn't go to Slash's side because then I would turn around and go back because there's a gate there. I thought it was separated. But no, there was nothing to sew there. So I chickened out halfway and I started going Slash's side and I was like, I'm gonna go to Duff's side. And I ended up getting like a person in front of me. Could have got front row. I had a person in front of me though, but they weren't very tall or anything. But anyways, my story. They play this song and again it's the song I think about with my mom all the time. And so yeah, he walks across the stage. I swear to God, it's not so unrealistic, but like when he starts singing, the chorus of Patience, he looks right, like we make eye contact. I don't think I even tried to make eye contact with the guy the whole show. Like he plays the song, we make eye contact. I was like, damn, dude, this maybe that's my mom possessing Axl Rose. Like, hey, if you could, uh, let my son know that we're doing all right. It's gonna be all right. So that's what I think. That particular song is it means quite a bit to me. The other her song is pretty cliche. She loved, like I said, she loved Guns N' Roses. Just I don't say as much. I remember I remember one time I challenged her. I was like, you don't love Guns N' Roses as much as I do. Like she grew up, she was a teenager when Guns N' Roses first came out. So I was like, you don't even know. I was like, I know so much. You don't know. And then again, I'm gonna stay true and be like, yeah, I know more about Guns N' Roses than she'd ever did. But in this particular moment, her song for me was "Sweet Child of Mine," and then being the personality type I am, I was like, "Sweet Child of Mine" was actually the song that got them famous when they Guns N' Roses they recorded Appetite for Destruction. MTV, just like Michael Jackson, they wouldn't play their videos. That is funny. That is crazy how they put two and two together. But no, wouldn't play Welcome to the Jungle. They wouldn't play It's So Easy. Uh, it's kind of blackballed them, right? And there was no really radio friendly hits on Appetite for Destructions. But one of the DJs on one of the radio stations they were promoting the album on, he was like, "Hey guys, my girlfriend really loves this Sweet Child of Mine song. Do you mind if we play that?" And the record label was fixing to dump them because there was like, your stuff's not hidden, dude. It's not you can't play it. And they're like, yeah, just go ahead. Gonna be done in a little bit anyways. And then they played Sweet Child of Mine, and it just took off from there. Like that was the song that exploded for them. But they were supposed to be the next big thing. They God I'm just reminded of like the Motley Crue movie, and then they're like, "Well, let's do a Guns N' Roses movie, right? You're just as big as Motley Crue," and they were like, "Well, we don't want anything that we did when our albums came out. We don't want anything coming out about what we did." They would apparently hook up with groupies, and then, while one guy was hooking up with the groupie, they would rob her, go through her purse, take all her money, and buy drugs. When they wanted the album finished, when they wanted Appetite for Destruction finished, they gave him $10,000, and they said, "All right, guys, let's get this album done." And instead they blew it all on heroin, and that's how they wrote Mr. Brownstone. And then they got one song, one great song out of it. Like, goddamn, it's so good. Going to the second, we went back to the Tokyo concert. Going back to the second one, Wild Horse is really good. Then they did. I wish, because this is like on they put it on Blu-ray, but you gotta buy the box set. I wish I had $200 laying around. The second album, it's not the whole. Maybe it is the whole concert. Second one though, it has a lot of heavy hitters on it. You Could Be Mine, great song. I remember it as the Arnold Schwarzenegger, from Terminator 2. That's the song from there. And they do the drum solo and guitar solo. Then you got Slash. He's been doing the theme for Godfather for years, decades even. Sweet Child of Mine, and then Rocket Queen. What is So Fine, and then Rocket Queen. So Fine is really good too with Duff. Duff is a great singer on that. He's good. Uh, adds a lot of good parts to there. Then you got, yeah, Rocket Queen's one of my favorites. I don't know if it's my favorite. That's another question to ask. Favorite Guns N' Roses song? I'd be kind of seem like an asshole if I was like, Patience, thanks to my mom. I think I think Patience, with my mom, and it's not my favorite song. It's top five for sure. I would say, I'm not gonna pick. I'm gonna pick 10. Let's go through every Guns N' Roses song. Let's see. Let's rank them. I wish there was an app where you can just rank stuff. Every Guns N' Roses song. All right. Ooh, they're gonna rank them on Ultimate Rock, Ultimate Classic Rock. They're gonna be wrong on this one. I know it's gonna piss me off. It's gonna trigger me. All right. Let's do worst to best. Absurd. I like Absurd. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Absurd's good. They're doing 84, so all 84 songs. The General, yeah, the General. I'm not gonna say anything bad for the General. I like the General too. Oh, look at your game, girl. Yeah, it's not great. My World's probably the only one that I don't listen to. It's not good much. Uh, Buick McCain. I don't know. You know what that is? It's more spaghetti incident stuff. See, that's the problem. The spaghetti incident was gonna be different, and they backed out. If the world, I kind of like that one. Black leather, yeah, it's fine. Sympathy for the devil. Now this is wrong. Sympathy for the devil is really good. Scraped. I don't think they played enough to even down on the farm. I like down on the farm. One in, one in a million. They're only saying one in a million for because it's controversial, but I like one in a million. Oh my God, that's the one for that Arnold's reached out to him and said, "Would you do a song for End of Days?" And he's like, "Hey, for anything for you, Arnold." And I like it. I like that song too. Let's see. They got Perhaps. I like Perhaps because of they got a little keyboard at the beginning. Hard School. See, it's fucking no, no, no. Hard School is great. Maybe it's because all the other. See, this is where they get the other stuff. Like "Move to the City." That's a really good song. "Shackler's Revenge." That's another great song. "Since I Don't Have You." That's one I would put towards the bottom one. "Prostitute." I like that one as well. "Human Being." I don't. I can't recall that one right off the bat. "Perfect Crime." I like. It's super fast. That's what I like about it. "Bad Apples." Yeah, yeah, that should be in the top 50. It's pretty good. See, "Attitude." Attitude's really good. So it's frustrating. "Don't Damn Me" is another good one. "Shotgun Blues," another great one. "Catcher in the Rye," I like that one as well. Yes, Yesterday's is 58. Get the fuck out of here. "Bad Obsession." Bad Obsession is number I would put top 10, right? If I'm gonna use top 10 Guns N' Roses song, "Bad Obsession's" first one to go in the top 10. In any order. Any order could be if I have to do a Guns N' Roses concert and they're only doing 10 shows, they that's one of the first ones that's going into the list. "New Rose," I like that one too. "Back Off Bitch" is another great one. Ma- "Mamakin," that's also going in there. They man, there is a great they recorded that song live with Steven Tyler and Joe Perry. That's the one I'm putting in there. "Shadow of Your Love," I like that one as well. That was really good. "Can't Put Your Arms Around a Memory," I like that one too. "You're Crazy," that's probably the weakest one on "Appetite for Destruction," but "Appetite for Destruction" is a perfect album though. "Garden of Eden," I like it too. "Raw Power," that's another great one. Iggy Pop and the Stooges. "Hair of the Dog," that's Nazareth. Damn, "The Garden," that one has Alice Cooper on it, so I like that one too. "You Ain't the First." If it's the acoustic one, I don't care for that one as much. I like the live version. "I Don't Care About You" is a Spaghetti Incident one, so I'm not. I don't know. "Chinese Democracy," I like that song as well. "Street of Dreams," another good one. I'm failing to see a bad song. "Live and Let Die." See, that is my least favorite on the Use Your Illusion albums, but it's still good. It's good live. Not goddamn. Nice Boys." Nice Boys is going up top 10. That one's really good. If you hear it on GNR Lives, that's God, it's so fast and it's so loud. Like it's you could tell they're immediately going to be an amazing band just from that. Oh, they're saying nice things about these songs too. That's that's the other thing. They're not saying like they're not trashing these songs. 41 is still a pretty good song. Like there's just so many good ones. Some are like, oh, they're shitting on these movies. No, they're saying good nice things about them. "Dust and Bones," I like that one too. "You're Crazy," yeah, the acoustic version. I don't care for that one that much. "Sorry," goddamn, "Sorry" is really good too. They would never play it live, but I love "Get in the Ring." "Get in the Ring," top 10. Coma's super. It's 10 minutes. Coma's super long, but I like it. IRS. Oh shit, dude. That's funny because like like this Axel thing, the IRS is like the FBI. Like, what are they gonna? They're gonna just take your money, dude. Is what they're gonna do. But man, I love that song too. Dead Horse. Sometimes I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. God, it's a great song. See, I can only pick 10. That's why I'm holding off. We're only on 33 right now. I think I've already put 4 songs in my top 10. My 10 album, my Guns N' Roses concert. Ain't It Fun? I like Ain't It Fun. That's really good. Oh, damn. That is tough. I like Think About You a lot. See, Don't Cry. That's amazing. So that's gonna get tough. He's at 30. This is tough. Don't Cry, the alternate lyrics. I guess that's 2 different ones. See, Used to Love Her. Used to Love Her's got to go in the top 10. I love that song a lot. Knocking on Heaven's Doors, got to go in top 10. That was my favorite song growing up. It was somewhere out there. Thank God it never made it. But somewhere out there, I remember asking for a cassette tape from Fred's. Fred's was like Dollar General, but I think it was more outlet stuff because it was always like weird VHS tapes that were like $3, and like the cassette tapes were always like $1.95. But I remember it was the Days of Thunder, the Days of Thunder soundtrack because it had "Knocking on Heaven's Doors" on it. That was the one song I wanted on there. And we had a camcorder that we got with income tax, and that camcorder caused a lot of trouble. I'm gonna out my family on this one, but my little brother, uh, I'll save it for another day. Save it for another podcast episode. I want let's do one just on growing up for some of the dumb shit that he did. He gets an episode. I haven't seen the guy in years, but he's gonna get an episode. Anyways, there is a some footage out there of me doing what's probably the worst lip sync to "Knocking on Heaven's Doors" ever existed, and that's where we got the song was from the Days of Thunder soundtrack of VH cassette tape. My biological dad, he would record that song from like a tape to tape, and because I love that song a bunch. It's so good though. And now it's like now he plays it live. They have like a reggae version where it's a little slower, not reggae, but a little slower version, and I like it a ton. Breakdown, God, I love Breakdown too. This I love. Let's see, right next door to hell. You could be mine. That's the goddamn. I wonder if this is the vinyl. Scott might know. The vinyl for "You Could Be Mine," the single is just the Terminator 2 Judgment Day poster with Guns N' Roses. "You Could Be Mine." I'm sure that's what it is. Double talk and jive. Get the money, motherfucker, because I got no more patience. I'm not gonna sing on this podcast. Madagascar got to go in top 10. I love Madagascar a ton. 14 years. I like that one as well. Reckless Life. Yeah, that was good too. I don't know where I'm at with my top 10. So fine, I'm going top 10. So fine, whatever it was, I added one more. Anything goes, my way, your way, anything goes tonight. Yeah, goddamn, goes top 10. If I go over, I go over. I don't give a shit. Pretty tied up. That goes top 10. Everything is good. Better, goddamn, Better's really good. There's a funny story about Better. When I heard the leaks, I don't even know it was. Everyone had LimeWire or Napster or whatever shit is you had to download music illegally. But yeah, we had LimeWire. I remember getting the Guns N' Roses leaks from Chinese Democracy, and Better was the one that I first one I remember getting. And I was dating a girl at the time that she liked Guns N' Roses as well. Let's just call her Amber. I'm gonna put her last name out there in case one day she finds out, and one day I get famous on this because the episodes are adding up. One day I get famous on this, and they're like, "Oh damn, Amber redacted. There's a story about you in this episode." No, I was dating a girl named Amber, and I was like, "Better" is probably the best Guns N' Roses song ever. And I think it's because I hadn't heard any new Guns N' Roses songs in forever. But I love Better. Better gets top 10. Locomotive, okay, I like that song quite a bit too. Out to Get Me, damn, dude. Out to Get Me is really good too. Patience, gotta go top 10. I think it was the first one I put in there. Just Patience. That's their number 12. It's So Easy, and everybody's trying to please me. My Michelle, damn, My Michelle gets top 10 too. Night Train, I like Night Train a lot. November Rain's really good too. Rocket Queen, top 10. My favorite thing about Rocket Queen is like three different songs just smashed together. But you know what? Like they have the sex scene or the sex sounds they go in there, and then it breaks down like dun 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 dun, and then he just starts singing. Like that's so good. That's my favorite part of any Guns N' Roses song. I think Mr. Brownstone top 10. This goddamn. They don't have any bad songs after this. Estranged is very long, but the music videos just as good as the song. Civil War, that's another amazing song. Sweet Child of Mine, that's my mom's favorite song for me. Top 10. That's one of the songs where at the beginning you just know what it is. Paradise City, uh top top 10 for sure. And Welcome to the Jungle, top 10. I don't know how many top 10s I had. Definitely more than 10. But yeah, I don't know if they have that. This is easier to pick up songs I would rather not hear. Even then, I'm not gonna like Axel's like you. We're gonna play Live and Let Die. I'm like, all right, dude, cool, man. You apparently have 85 good songs or 86 good, whatever number I said, 84. You have 84 great songs. Good job, dude. Well, I think they added two more, so they're at 86 now. You have 86 amazing songs. Also, I want to hear Corn Chucker. If you don't know, look up Corn Chucker Guns N' Roses. Another amazing song. But part of me is just sad because like they're gonna have to be done some point. This reunion has been on for 10 years. At some point, like I know in the back of my head, like I'm so grateful that they came back and that they're together again, and that it's like your parents your parents made up, and they're like they're there, they're together. But at some point, one of them will have to die, and they'll have to stop touring, and like I'm so happy that I got to see him as many times as I did. They greatest band in the world. Who knows what Mark Powell would be without Guns N' Roses? Is all I would say. I'm gonna do one last story. I think we all know. If we all remember this. This is before the uh before the internet. I'm gonna type up see what year it was. Before the internet, 2002. All right, this is 2002. I was 13. I remember living in it was Chaffee because I had cable to my room, and I was watching the VMA. I was watching the VMAs in 2002 in my bedroom, Chaffee, Missouri, and out of nowhere, I think yeah, Jimmy Fallon was hosting that, and before the internet, so you didn't it wasn't like it wasn't leaked. It was a genuine surprise. Uh, I wish it was someone else than Jimmy Fallon that introduced him because he's really spazzed out. But they're like, Guns N' Roses, and they start playing "Welcome to the Jungle," and it's like Bucket. It was like Buckethead before anyone knew who Buckethead was. He wore a KFC bucket on his head, and Bumblefoot I think was in that band, and Tommy Stinson, who's in the Replacements too. So I'm not talking shit on Tommy Stinson. Tommy Stinson's great, but yeah, it was, man, that blew my mind seeing Guns N' Roses together again. I remember I ran out of my room and told my mom that Guns N' Roses was back. Like, turn on MTV, and I think they were watching some shit. I don't know, but I was like so excited that they. I thought, hey guys, you can be forever. Well, there was a kid in my high school, Bobby Lee. I don't know if he didn't listen. Every Asian kid, their last name's Lee, but it was Bobby. That was his actual name, is Bobby Lee, and he had a Guns N' Roses Chinese Democracy shirt. I just never asked him like where he got it because he was a lot older than I was. But hey, that is my Guns N' Roses episode of Mark Goes to the Movies. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, ending it off, go watch a movie, nerds.